Hey guys, welcome back to another Fly Tying Tuesday with AvidMax. My name is Max and today we're going to be tying a little swing fly. In the vise, I got a 811 Firehole in a size 2. We got a chartreuse hot cone head from Spirit River. And then we're going to be using a Ahrex HR 482 trailer hook in a size 6. So little swing fly, we'll be snipping out this front hook and it'll be single hook. It's got a little bit of flash, kind of can be, leech, can be thrown, I'd say any time of the year, kind of in any kind of watershed. So it's just a good kind of attractor swing fly. Thread I'm gonna start out with is just some Semperfli Nano Silk. This is the 100 denier in white. Like I said, I've been kind of using this to tie everything, just not having to switch bobbins, and it's good strong thread, and you can color it any color if you got a pack of Sharpies, and kind of dial in that color of the fly you're looking for. Of course, we're gonna start the fly off with a little bit of Zap-A-Gap for some insurance. And bring the thread up to the cone. And this is about to where the barb would be on that barbless hook. Try not to let any scrap or waste blow away here. So I already tied up. I got that trailer hook and I'm using Power Pro 50-pound braid right now. You can use anything also in that kind of, poundage that has the stiffness to kind of keep the hook where you want it. You can also use wire. Wire can be really effective. You obviously would just have more rigidity, which can be good for, certain styles of flies that you're tying. So spacing wise, we're gonna go just a little bit less than the actual shank of the hook, our front hook there, just because we want to keep this fly fairly short. Also, kind of comparing it to the length of the polar chenille that we're using, we want to just kind of size that up so that it's all gonna hang to the point of where the hook is still just poking out the back. Can kind of adjust my trailer length there, and then I'll start working up the shank. So as you can see, we're stream side right now. I don't think that we've done this here at AvidMax before, so something new that we're trying. Hope the shot's coming out nice, and you can see everything just as clearly as if we were in the studio. I'll tell you, I like this scenery a little bit better than the studio personally. So you could use any color chenille, polar chenille you like. I like the UV because it does have a couple different strands of colors mixed in there. So this one you got some purple, some copper, maybe a little bit of like silver, kind of just like lighter black or like a white in there. So you get a good mix of colors, and it kind of makes any fly pop, especially once it gets exposed to some light maybe on a bright sunny day. We're gonna tie our chenille in the back half of the fly here and work it back to our tie-in point of the braid, and just secure that in there firmly, some good thread wraps, and we're gonna work that to leave about 1/4 of the hook shank behind the cone here. Size it out. And make sure this stuff doesn't blow away. So now, grab some hackle pliers. firmly grab the core, and just gonna palmer this guy all the way up. Again, instead of using the rotary feature, I like to kind of preen the material back the way that I want it. Keep folding it back over. And work up to our thread, and then we can tie that off and capture it. Once we got those tied in there, kind of pull everything back a little further and just make sure they're all oriented the same direction, still leaving ourselves, you know, about that quarter of the shank length behind the cone. And we want to make sure that when we finish with the rabbit here, that we're going to tuck everything up under that cone as neatly as possible. One, it secures the cone, and two, kind of hides your thread wraps. So just have some rabbit in black, and we're gonna start, leave ourselves some room. And we'll tie in, kind of part those hairs, you know, wetting your fingers always helps a little bit to neatly part those hairs for a tie-in point. And lay that down. Tie that down to the shank and kind of pull things snug to secure it so it doesn't move on you. 2 or 3 good wraps, and we'll worry about trimming this up later. We're gonna fold back the rabbit, and we're gonna bring our thread right up behind the cone. And look for my hacker pliers again, save this scrap. Grab the hide, and then we're gonna palmer the rabbit, and we're looking for at least 2 good turns to kind of build up that collar. Maybe get a 3rd one to tuck it underneath that cone. And then we're gonna capture the hide. Kind of make a couple wraps in front and behind, tucking it up underneath that cone head. And then I'm gonna trim the hide as close as I can to that cone. Got that secured. Same thing, wet my fingers, pull everything back, and I want to try to grab the remaining hide sticking out that I just cut, and I'll pull that tight and kind of hide it up underneath the cone head there. So now, finish it off. Just gonna throw a little zappy gap, make a couple more wraps. Hit my thread with a little bit of Sharpie and do a quick whip finish. That zappy gap saturate in there. And we got the chisel. The chisel's coming out today. White thread to back thread, very simply. Snip out our thread. And then right about the, just past our trailer hook, we're gonna cut our rabbit at an angle, kind of a steep angle. So we've got some normal pliers that we'd be using. These are the SA ones. And I'm just gonna try to bend out the hook as much as possible. Work it back and forth. This is not advised, as that trailer hook can be devastating. So I'm gonna try straighten it out. And there she is, she gone. So now all that's left is our trailer hook. And I might have to tie this on and see if it can't entice a little rainbow trout out of this pool here.